I am CA Dipti Jain and I welcome you in GyaanStation KBS, co-partnered with Income Tax Bar Association Ahmedabad, EMSME Platform Mumbai, and MSME Bharat Manch. GyaanStation Knowledge Booster session is conducted by GyaanStation every Thursday from 4 to 5:30 p.m. with an object to update the knowledge, impact of various judgments, notification, and recent amendments issued by the government to our professional brothers and sisters. We brush up the knowledge of our participants on various acts and allied laws. In busy life, we hardly find time to update ourselves. So, weekly 1 hour at KBS will act as a knowledge booster session and will raise confidence in your day to day professional routine. This, in turn, will help you to deal with clients' requirement in an innovative way. So, stay tuned with GyaanStation by joining its YouTube channel and WhatsApp channel. And you can also follow it on various social media handles. We proudly say that it's the 4th year of our EdTech platform, and we have also received award for our educational program at Bombay Stock Exchange in the year 2022. Through GyaanStation, we are into corporate trainings, physical as well as online professional, educational, and skill development programs. We cater the professionals from diverse fields like CA, CS, CMA, HR trainings, MBAs, financial advisors, and much more. So stay tuned with us. Friends, today's session is very important. We are going to explore the most unexplored topic, full of ambiguities and on which no Google search or chat GPT can help you to resolve your queries. Only a person who had worked day in, day out on the Bonus Act and Maharashtra Shops and Establishment Act, that means a subject expert, can only help you to solve your day-to-day problems which you face in dealing with this. The most untouched topic, hard to get the expert on this. And the irony is that unconsciously it is applicable to every business. So today's session is very important. Our eminent speakers, Adv.Ramesh Soni ji and Adv.Jigar Soni, are going to guide us on these two acts. And it's honor to have both of you, sir, today at GyaanStation. Our chief guest, CA Ankit Rathi ji, is also going to grace the event very soon. And now I request CA Shivam Bhavsar, Treasurer of Income Tax Bar Association Ahmedabad, to please welcome all the participants and our today's speakers. Over to you.
Thank you, madam. Hello, everyone. I, CA Shivam Bhavsar, Honorable Treasurer of ITBA Ahmedabad. First of all, I would like to thank GyaanStation for joining us as a partner in the special program of Labor Act on yesterday's Maharashtra Day and Gujarat Day. I welcome all the members of GyaanStation and IT Bar Association's participants who are going to attend the special program on Labor Act on the Honorable Speaker of Adv.Ramesh Soni and Adv.Jigar Soni. Our chief guest will join in a few hours. Currently is in a meeting. We will welcome also them at the time of joining. C. Ankit Rathi sir. We are, as discussed by the Dipti Jain madam, this webinar is very important for all the industries as the Payment of Bonus Act and the questions. There are number of queries available in the industries and all the CAs and other finance department, but question and answers available are with only Ramesh sirs. So we are waiting for the Ramesh sirs and resolve the queries and this guide on the Payment of Bonus Act and questions.
I can start.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So, ma'am, I can start now. Hello. No, I can't hear you.
Yes, sir. Please start.
Yeah.
Okay. So, would like to have a small introduction of yours, if it's okay.
Please, please.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
so much. No, it's a sheer privilege and honor to have you today. कुछ लोग होते हैं जिनके लिए शब्द कम है, but with the expertise Ramesh sir comes, I would like to sum up in just 2-3 minutes. He is a corporate trainer, qualified MBA in HR, BSc, LLB, DLL, and lot many other qualifications. He had conducted more than 400 plus seminars and 100 plus webinars on labor laws. He had written number of handbooks on labor law. He is a certified notary public by Government of India. He is in providing services in the field of retainership basis to more than 300 plus clients and having over 45 plus years of experience in the field of consulting in labor laws. He had acted as faculty for labor laws at various seminars, and some of the major organizations are Institute of Chartered Accountants and various branches across the WIRC of CA Institute. He had done to many MNCs like L&T, Tata Power, Hindustan Lever, Vodafone, Bajaj Electronics, Anchor Electricals Private Limited, Polycab, and many more to name. So it's such an honor to have such a learned speaker on with among us. So, sir, the dais is all yours, and we are very curious to hear you. Over to you.
Thank you, Dipti, madam. Thank you, madam. And Bhavsar sir also. Uh, I really appreciate the Gnan session. Every Thursday, you are sharing knowledge. That is a really appreciable uh, assignment which you are doing for the giving the Gyan knowledge to the persons or any required Gyan pipasu, I can say, because you have mentioned the Gnanam Parambalam. So perfectly right. So friends, I welcome you on the platform of GyaanStation. Really, the madam has taken a lot of pain to just do this wonderful job of the today. I am Ramesh Soni, and just we are in the field of labor law since last 45 years, as madam has stated, and our basic activity is a compliance of the labor law, all the labor laws, compliances with full-fledged office staff and all, and to part the knowledge like this, that all credit goes to my mummy and papa, because my mummy and papa told me, beta ज्ञान बांटने से ज्ञान बढ़ेगा. If I'll part my knowledge to my friends like you, God will give me more knowledge. So because of my mummy and papa, I am with you. So I'm sure that my mummy papa's blessings are always with me. And with this small introduction, I would like to start my session on whatever topic allotted to me. Uh, Friend, just have prepared some highlights only. See, if number of employees are 10 or more, then just for a brief, at a glance, I would like to show you where 10 or more persons are working in your office, factory, or shop, and these are the labor acts will be applicable. Just ESI Act. ESI Act is applicable in a pan India where 10 or more persons are working. There are certain areas which is called as a non-implemented area, because still that ESI offices or hospitals had not reached till that villages and all. So 10 or more persons, Contract Labor Act, certain state 10%, certain place 20 workers, certain state 50 workers. This act is applicable. Payment of Bonus Act, usually 20 plus, but there are 3 states where 10 or more persons are working, act is applicable. Payment of Gratuity Act, where 10 or more persons are working, act is applicable. State Professional Tax Act, this is the revenue from the state government. There are certain states where they are not taking or they are not levying the professional tax from the employer as well as employees. For example, Delhi. Minimum Wages Act, which has been notified by the respective state government and respective central government when the central act is there. Equal Remuneration Act, there should not be discrimination between male and female. Actually, we have seen in our country now there is no discrimination between male and female about the salary and all. labor welfare fund. This is welfare activity of the working class, which is applicable to majority of the states. This is also state government revenue, and the welfare for the working class. They charge very small amount of contribution from employees and employer and arrange the welfare activities. Employees Compensation Act, where ESI Act is not applicable. In that case, Employees Compensation Act 1923 automatically applicable. So even the less than 10 employee ESI is not applicable. Any person met with an injury while on duty, then this act comes in the picture, and compensation is payable as per the Employees Compensation Act. Old name was that Workmen Compensation Act 1923. Payment of Wages Act, simple, that we have to make the payment as on today. If number of employees, total number of employees pan India is up to 1000, then on or before 7th day of following month. If more than 1000, then on or before 10th day of following month. But when this new code will be coming, yeah, that 4 labor codes are in the pipeline of government, then irrespective of number of employees, last date of payment will be the 7th day of following month. Shops and Establishment Act, where there is no manufacturing activity, where Factories Act is not applicable, then Shops and Establishment Act will be applicable. Sexual harassment of women at workplace, which is called as a POSH. If number of employees are 10 or more persons are working, then this act will be applicable. Maternity Benefit Act 1961, here also 10 or more persons are working, act will be applicable. Factories Act, there are certain states where number of persons are working 10, certain state 20, certain states 40, like that. So it is a state government has to decide which uh, uh, to whom this act is applicable. Respective state government will notify interstate migrant workers. The Workmen Act is that in particular this happens in the construction industry, and BOCW, Building and Other Construction Workers Act. Here also, particularly construction industry, this act will be applicable. And friends, if number of persons are working 20 or more, then Provident Fund Act will be mandatory applicable. Even under Provident Fund Act, less than 20, even 2 employees also, voluntary coverage is possible. If number of employees are in single digit, then these acts are applicable. Shops and Establishment Act, Minimum Wages Act, Payment of Wages Act, Labor Welfare Fund, Employees Compensation Act, State Professional Tax Act, Equal Remuneration Act. Now, we will be studying the Payment of Bonus Act 1965. Friends, one thing I would like to tell you that what we'll be studying today, that will be definitely helpful when even the new codes will be coming. Then also what we will be studying today, that will be helpful to you. I have taken the consideration what things will be expected in the new code on wages, particularly code on wages 2019 bonus act is there. So we have taken wherever the correction is that I have noted in my PPT. Term bonus. Friend, this bonus term is not defined in the Payment of Bonus Act 1965. But in case of Webster International Dictionary, it has defined that something given in addition to what is ordinarily received by or strictly due to the recipient. And in case of Oxford Concise Dictionary defines something to the good into the bargain. As an example, gratuity to workers beyond their wages. Friends, this is very important. Purpose of payment of bonus is to bridge the gap between the wages paid and ideal of living wages. I would like to say under me more than 1 lakh workmen or staff members are working, means my including that will be my client. I have seen about 60% employees or staff members or workers salaries are about 16,000 per month. If they are having 1 or 2 school or college going students, uh, then it is very difficult to survive with this small, because I'm looking at the cost of living in a country. So I have seen that sometimes this employees, working class, they borrow the money, they take advance from the employer, loan from the employer, come cooperative society, sometimes they take from bank and external agency. sometimes they borrow from the relatives. But when they get the bonus, usually we have seen in a country bonus is payable maximum cases during the Diwali time. In Maharashtra, usually in Diwali as well as Ganesh festival, and in West Bengal during the Durga Puja. So whatever amount due that person, that employee must have taken, they refund that money to the respective friends, company or employer. Thank you, you have supported me when I was in need of money. So but really bonus is a bridging the gap between the wages paid and the ideal of living, just to support one sort of supportive factor for the working class. About the Payment of Bonus Act 1965 gives a statutory right. Friends, prior to the payment of bonus, employers were paying bonus, but depend upon their relations. Some employees were getting bonus uh, 20%, some employees were getting 5%, some say 8.3. There was no uniformity because employers, this person, yeah, he's a very hard worker, so I must pay him 20%. Some employers, he is frequently remaining absent, his production is low and all, so they were giving lesser percentage. So there was no uniformity. But when this act has notified in a country, then uniformity has created. So percentage of bonus has to be given to uniform. Rate will be uniform to all the eligible employees or persons. Because of this act maintains peace and harmony between the labor and capital, good relations between employer and employee by allowing them to share in the prosperity of the establishment. Suppose that establishment is making good profit, then percentage will be as per that balance sheet set on set up of colloquial surplus. Percentage may be more than 8.33% up to maximum up to 20%. Friends, question and answer we will take at the end of the session, please. Friend, this act is applicable to whom? This act is applicable in entire country, our Bharat, Pura India, every factory, every other establishment employing 20 or more person. But in case of Maharashtra state, Gujarat state, Karnataka state, this act is applicable where minimum persons are working 10 or more, because state government got power. They got right to reduce that ratio of 20 to 10, but not less than 10. Particularly in case of Maharashtra state, bonus payment of bonus act is applicable 10 or more person from April 1984. April 1984. The appropriate government can have power to, as I told you, to reduce from 20 to 10, but not less than 10. Establishment notified by the appropriate government. So here, this is very important. Once covered, always cover, irrespective of number of employees. So this formula will be applicable to the payment of Bonus Act, payment of Gratuity Act, Employees Provident Fund Act, and Employee State Insurance Act, ESI Act. Just once that act is applicable, suppose that a number of employees should reach to the coverable limit, Bonus Act, Gratuity, Provident Fund, ESI. Then after that, suppose the employment strength fall below the criteria. Here I can say a payment of Bonus Act in case of, I can say, West Bengal. Suppose number of employees were 25, act was applicable. Now, employer say due to a corona and all the other situation, now my employment strength had fallen down. Now it is only 5. So whether payment of bonus act is applicable to my organization? Answer is yes, provided that employees fall under the coverable limit criteria. Even one employee falls under the coverable criteria, just we will see that later, then act will be applicable. So it is once covered, always covered, just like a marriage. Once that person got married, then he should not think about divorce. जो वादा किया वो निभाना पड़ेगा. कभी खुशी, कभी गम, जुदा न होंगे हम. So it is like that. So again, I'm repeating: bonus, gratuity, provident fund, and ESI. Once covered, always cover, irrespective of number of employees. Now conditions. This is very important under section 8. Suppose that establishment is coverable under the Payment of Bonus Act. Then employees will be eligible for the bonus only if and that a particular employee is defined in section 213 whose salary is up to 21,000 basic plus DA. Basic plus DA should be up to 21,000 or below, not more than that. Maybe 18,000, 15,000, but not 21 plus. And that person has worked minimum 30 days or he should have got the salary of minimum 30 days during the accounting year. That is to say, from 1st April to 31st March of the following year, if he got the salary for minimum 30 days or more, and he falls under the criteria is rate of salary, basic plus DA is 21,000 or below, then that particular person is entitled for the bonus. Payment of Bonus Act applicable to an employee defined under section 213 as well as establishment defined under the section 13. What is that? We'll study that. Employee definition under section 213. Employee, every person other than apprentice. See, apprentice, they are coming for the learning purpose or training purpose. They may be taking training for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. After 3 years, and they are getting not salary, they are getting a stipend. They are not getting salary. So after completion of their assigned period, then they have to go back. They cannot claim the employment. So they are called as apprentice and they are getting, again, I'm telling you, stipend, not salary. So there is no employer and employee relations are created in this. There is no master and servant relations. And as I told you earlier, salary wages up to 21,000 basic plus DA per month. And employees who should have got minimum 30 days salary, maybe the leave salary or whatever may be, in a accounting year, 1st April to 31st March of the following year. Then you will be entitled for the person may be the skilled, may be the unskilled, supervisory, technical, administrative, clerical, manual, managerial, irrespective of his designation. Person may be the manager, may be the helper, maybe the computer operator, maybe the clerk. But these two conditions are very important, 21,000 and 30 days salary. Whether the terms of employment are expressed or implied. Now, establishment, department, undertaking, and branches, whether situated in the same places or different places. Say, I will give example. Suppose 5 employees in Maharashtra, 5 employees in Gujarat, 5 employees at Delhi, and 5 at Karnataka. Total 20 employees. Act is applicable. In this case, department that is immaterial. Pan India, particularly definition is that Pan India, if they are having 20 or more employees or 20 or more person working, Act is applicable. Provided in Maharashtra and Karnataka, as we have seen, 10 or more persons are working, Act is, Payment of Bonus Act is applicable. They have common profit and loss account and balance sheet. That is a must. And however, their location is irrelevant, as I told you, the different location. Just small, I have prepared just simple understanding. Which employee is eligible for the bonus? Bonus if basic salary plus dearness allowance is up to 21,000, then bonus is payable. Is basic salary plus dearness allowance of an employee is more than 21,000, maybe say I get 21,001, then that person will not be eligible for the bonus. And friend, in case of Maharashtra, instead of DA, it is called as a special allowance. Minimum wage is equal to basic plus special allowance is equal to minimum wages as per the schedule employment. And if number of persons are working in Maharashtra 50 or more, 50 or more, then 5% additional HRA has to be added. Then only it will be treated as basic plus special allowance plus HRA will be treated as the minimum wages in case of Maharashtra state. Who are entitled to be paid bonus? eligibility for the employees. First, as I told you, is showing salary wages. This is the rate. Please remember, 21,000 is a rate. Suppose I'll give example, one person whose salary is 30,000 per month, basic plus DA, and he has remained absent for 15 days. So his salary will drop down to 15,000, but he will not be entitled for the bonus because his rate is 30,000 more than 21,000. Employee who has worked or he should have got minimum salary for 30 days in that accounting year, then he will be entitled for the bonus. Entitlement, as I told you earlier, is irrespective of their grade or designation. A person may be manager, accountant, clerk, probationer, even part-time employees are entitled for the bonus. Casual, seasonal employees. I have seen certain cases, employers they says, "Arey yaar, he is part time. Why we should pay the bonus?" Or he is a seasonal employee, or is coming sometimes only. But if they complete 30 days in a accounting year, then that particular employee and 21 or below salary, then he will be eligible or entitled for the bonus. Even probationers are also entitled for the bonus. Even temporary employees are also entitled for the bonus, provided they comply with the above two criterias. Now, very important. Friend, when this new code will be implemented, no doubt rules have already been notified but not implemented in a country, but it does not provide the wage limit of eligibility. Here, how 21,000, still there is no upper limit as not mentioned, but I'm sure that central government may notify this upper limit for eligibility criteria of the bonus. Competition of 30 working days for eligibility of the bonus. Section 14 said that the following days are deemed as working days laid off under under any law applicable to the establishment. See, this happens in case of Industrial Dispute Act. Suppose due to the um, breakdown of the machinery, employer is not in a position to provide work to the worker. Natural calamity or non-availability of the raw material. So employer is not in a position to provide the work to their employees or workmen. So in that case, workmen comes to the office or factory, they sign and they go back. They get 50% or 75% of the salary. So these days are counted as a present for counting the 30 days. Leave with salary or wages. Absent due to the temporary disablement during the employment injury. This is any person while he is on DT, and if he met in an accident, and as per the advice from the attending doctor that that particular person require rest, maybe the 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months. So these days are counted as a present for the eligibility of the bonus. And any female employee who is on the maternity leave, though that maternity leave during the accounting period, that will be counted as a present, which will be usually in our country. All of you know that maximum maternity leave are allowed is 26 weeks. Meaning of wages salary for the only two components, as I told you earlier, basic salary and dearness allowance. And again, I'm repeating, in case of Maharashtra state, dearness allowance is not there. It is called as a special allowance, which is as good as the dearness allowance. Now, particularly, friend, this act is applicable for the particular for the public sector. There is certain conditions are there. If public sector establishment, they may be manufacturing goods, or they may providing some services or doing some trading business. And if they compete with the private sector, and if public sector establishment in the accounting year makes profit not less than 20% of the gross income, makes profit not less than 20% of gross, then only bonus is payable to that particular public sector employees. Which salary wages component are not counted for the bonus. Other allowances, just such as overtime, house rent allowance, conveyance allowance, traveling allowance, contribution to the provident fund, retirement compensation, retirement benefit, ex gratia payment, gratuity or commission. This under section 221, these are not taken for the calculation or cannot consider for the calculation of the bonus, or this component are not eligible for the bonus. Now, last amendment has taken place under the Payment of Bonus Act in 2015 on 31st December 2015. Honorable President of our country has signed as a notification about the increase in the limit threshold of the payment of bonus. Amendment has increased the threshold. Earlier applicability was there up to 10,000 per month basic plus DA, which has enhanced to 21,000 basic plus DA per month. And again, additionally, the wage ceiling for calculation of bonus has been increased. Earlier, calculation was done maximum on the 3,500 basic plus DA, and which has enhanced to 7,000 basic plus DA per month, or minimum wages of the scheduled employment, whichever is higher. See, suppose minimum wages of certain scheduled employments is 12,000, 14,000, 15,000, then bonus will be payable on the 15,000, not on the 7,000 rupees. Now, following calculation of bonus implemented with this effective is from 1st April 2014, whereas the Gazette notification was from 1st Jan 2016. So many big employers, they have approached the respective state high courts. They have filed writ petition by arguing that we have already filed our income tax return and we got assessment order. Now it is very difficult to change our entire balance sheet and all. So respective high courts of the country has given stay order not to pay retrospective back dated 2014-15, that correction or whatever the as per the notification date. But after that, they have to pay as per the recent amendment which has happened from the 15-16. Employee drawing salary wages not exceeding 7,000 basic per DA per month entitled to get bonus on entire salary. See here, these people are those whose salary is up to 7,000. They are part-time employees. Some employees are coming 1 hour in a day every week. Some employees are 2 hours in a every day in week. Some employees are coming 4 hours once in a week. Some employees are coming twice in a week, like that. So their salary is up to 7,000. So they are entitled for the bonus up to 7,000 if their salary is that, then on entire amount up to 7,000. Now, employees drawing salary or wages between 7,001 basic plus DA per month and 21,000 basic per month, then bonus payable, which is calculated as if salary is up to 7,000 per month, or minimum wages for the scheduled employment, whichever is to be considered. See, minimum 7,000. Suppose scheduled employment means this minimum wage is declared by the respective state government. Minimum wage every 6 months usually. So suppose minimum wages will be basic plus DI. So as I told you, 12,000, 14,000, 15,000, 18,000. Then bonus will be paid on that amount, not on 7,000, whichever is higher. An employee getting a salary or wages exceeding 21,000 basic plus DA per month, not entitled for bonus as per the act. See, any employee who is getting salary wages more than 21,000 basic plus DA per month, they are not entitled for the bonus. But if management wants to pay the bonus, then how they can pay? Anybody can answer. Suppose the salary is 25,000 basic plus management, good management like you, they want to pay the bonus on 25,000. How they can pay? Can anybody answer? Participant? Okay, I'll give reply. See, if basic plus DA is more than 21,000, and if management wants to pay the bonus, they can pay, but it will not be treated as a bonus. It will not reflected in the bonus annual return, but it will be called as ex gratia payment. Ex gratia payment management can pay any amount. There is no restriction on it, but it will be treated as ex gratia payment. Bonus calculation, just we will be studying that calculation of the bonus. See what is mentioned in the act. Bonus salary ceiling is 7,000 basic plus DA per month, or the minimum is applicable to respective scheduled industry employment, whichever is more or higher. See, now these are the case studies. I have prepared these 4 case studies. So case study number one person, one employee whose basic plus DA is 25,000 per month, but minimum wages of that particular industry or that scheduled employment is 13,500. This person will not be entitled for the bonus because he is crossing the limit of 21,000. So no bonus is payable. If management wants to pay the bonus, they can pay as a ex gratia payment, but not as a bonus, which will not reflect in the payment of bonus act annual return. That is form number D. Number 2, case study number 2, basic plus DA is 19,000. Minimum wages of that scheduled employment is 15,000. So here bonus has to be paid on the 15,000, not on the 19,000. But I have seen in so many cases, employers are paying bonus on 19,000. No doubt, labor commissioner offices, they are very happy because working class is getting higher amount. So no problem. But strictly speaking, it it has to be paid on, bonus has to be paid on the 15,000, not on the 19,000. Friends, I have prepared this 4 case study tricky. I'm using the word tricky case study to make you much more conversant. Now here case study number 3. Basic plus DA is 6,500. Minimum wages of that industry or that establishment where their employees are working is 9,500. No doubt, employer is paying less than minimum wages. That is a violation of payment of minimum wages act. That labor commissioner office will take care. But here, if bonus has to be paid, then bonus has to be paid on the 9,500, not on the 6,500. Case study number 4. Basic plus DI is 6,000. Minimum wages of that scheduled employment is 6,500. But bonus has to be paid on the 7,000. You can see my first line of this slide. Bonus salary ceiling 7,000 basic plus DA per month, or minimum wage is applicable to the respective scheduled industry employment, whichever is more. If you understood this 4 case studies, then friends, about 80% of bonus act you have understood. If anybody has any doubt, this I can reply. Any doubt in this? Okay, I hope you understood. So nice. Now percentage. Minimum percent bonus is 8.33% of yearly salary wages, or rupees 100, whichever is higher. Under section 10. We'll say why 100 rupees? Sometimes we get the doubt 100 rupees mein kya hai? Then I'll give an example. One of the company, one housekeeping person is appointed. He's coming for 10 minutes just to clean the floor and toilet. His salary is 500 rupees. He has joined the month of Feb. So his salary February 500 and March 500, total 1,000. And management has declared bonus as 8.33%, which works out to be 83 rupees 30 paisa. So in that case, but we have to pay minimum bonus as 100 rupees. Maximum 20% of yearly salary or wages under section 11. Bonus is payable to the employee between 8.33 to 20% as per the availability of the allocable surplus as certified by the chartered accountant of the company or expert accountant of the company. The principle behind fixing the minimum and maximum limit for payment of bonus is that the rates of bonus should not fluctuate widely from years to years. Even the productive bonus also cannot be less than the limit prescribed. See, sometimes less production than management say this year production is very less, so we will be giving 5% bonus, which is also not correct. Sometimes good production, then worker will say no, we want minimum 25% bonus. No, maximum they are entitled for the 20% bonus. So 8.33 to 20%. All of you know that after the demonetization, we have to make the payment of a bonus act by account page check in favor of the employee or crediting this bonus amount in the bank account of the respective employee. Specific deductions from the bonus. What has we have to deduct? If employer has paid an amount of, sometimes the employees are demanding advance because there is a puja in my house. So I need some puja, or I can say Ganesh puja or any other puja. Then they demand the advance bonus. Employers are paying that bonus. So that amount can be adjusted at the end of the payment of the final bonus, which can be adjusted at the end of the payment of the final bonus. And second, if an employee is found any guilty of misconduct causing financial loss to the employer, which has to be proved by the competent authority, then employer can deduct such amount from bonus payable for the year in which the employee was found guilty of misconduct under section 18. What is a customary bonus? Friend, this is a customary bonus, is not a bonus, but employers, suppose that family business, then employer says, my great grandfather, because my company is more than 40, 50 years old, my great grandfather used to pay customary bonus to all the employees, irrespective of their salary, irrespective of their designation, prior to 1 month prior to the Deepavali, 5,000 rupees to everybody. So maybe the manager, maybe the president, maybe the vice president, maybe the accountant, maybe the uh, helper or clerk or a computer operator. So 5,000 to everybody. It's my tradition. I want to continue because my great grandfather used to do. So that 5,000, irrespective of their salary, irrespective of the limit of more than 21,000, then also. So this customary bonus will be not counted as a bonus. It is just over and above. In other language, I can say just at least one part of the just appreciation or part of the salary only, which will be taken in the income tax point of view. So there is no linkage with the profit. Attendance bonus. Friends, I have seen that employers are paying attendance bonus, particularly in case of the factory. Employers are telling all the workers, particularly, if you will remain present for an entire month without any absent or without any leave, we will give you 3 days as an additional attendance bonus, which is not a part of the bonus. It's one sort of appreciation, so their production cannot affect. So this attendance bonus is only just one sort of appreciation, is not part of the bonus. It will be not counted for the purpose of the payment of the bonus. Now, who are excluded from the applicability of the payment of bonus act under section 32? LIC, Life Insurance Corporation of India, Reserve Bank of India, employees of particularly Unit Trust of India, central government and state government, industrial establishment, universities, educational institution, Indian Red Cross Society, Industrial Financial Corporation of India. They are exempted from the payment of the bonus as per the Payment of Bonus Act. When bonus has to be paid? See, as per the act, bonus has to be paid within 8 months from the closing of the financial year. How here I have given within 8 months. See now, here I have given one example of from 1st April 22 to 31st March. bonus has to be paid. The 8 months will get over on 30th November 2023. So in between, management can pay bonus in any time. From again, some employers have seen on 31st only they pay, 31st March only, or some employers paying from 1st April to 30th November. And I have seen usually bonus is payable during the festival. Which festival? Maximum in our country, Diwali festival, Maharashtra Ganesh festival, and West Bengal Durga Puja. And this all three festivals comes before 30th November. Always, you can see 100 years calendar back or coming 100 years calendar. 30th November will come always after this. So, framers of this act were very clever. They had taken the wise decision and wise date also. And if any dispute about the payment of bonus, about the percentage pending before any authority, then after the settlement of the award, bonus must be paid within 1 month of the receipt of the award. Now, friends, when this new code will be implemented, then it has specifically mentioned if any dispute about the percentage. Say employee says we want 15%, employers no, I will give you 12%. So dispute about the percentage. So in this case, it has clearly mentioned in the new code that first employer has to pay minimum bonus, that is 8.33% to all the employees. Then only matter will be referred to the industrial tribunal about the payment of higher bonus, and a tribunal will take the proper decision. So this is a good sign of for the working class. Remedy for recovery of the bonus is non-payment of the bonus by the employer. Friends, if any employer fail to pay the bonus is due up to, they have to pay on or before 30th November. But suppose bonus is due to an employee under the settlement, award or agreement, then he can make the application to the competent authority for recovery of the bonus. So here first they approach the employer, sir, please, they say, no, I want to pay, but I don't have money. So then employer will approach to the competent authority, which is the office of the labor commissioner. Labor commissioner also call the employer and employees, they will try to resolve the disputes. Please pay the bonus and resolve the dispute. Employer, I want to pay, but I don't have money. They will give sufficient time. Then later on, matter will go to the labor court. Labor court also will request, please settle the dues. But if they do not settle, then matter will go for the recovery. But here a time limit is there. For application to the authority has to be made within 1 year from the date on which bonus have become due. See, the on or before 31st of the following year. So, suppose bonus is due on from 1st April, last date of payment is 30th November, but application can be made up to 31st March of the following year to the competent authority. Suppose employer is not paid bonus, after that also the competent authority will issue a certificate to the collector to recover the same as an areas of land revenue, that is attachment of property and assets. Disqualification: when employee, workman, staff member, they are disqualified receiving the bonus, what are the conditions? If they have dismissed from the service, if they are working less than 30 days in a accounting, out of 365 days, they have worked for less than 30 days only. So they are disqualified. If an employee is dismissed from the service because he has committed any fraud, employees, riotous or violent behavior while on the premises of the establishment, he has done theft, misappropriation, or sabotage of any property of the establishment, which has to be proved by the competent authority. And when this new code will be coming, and in that payment of bonus act, apart from above, that will be added, plus new point will be added in that new wage code. Apart from the above, any person who has convicted for sexual harassment at a workplace, he also will be deprived from receiving the bonus. Productivity bonus also which will be payable in case of production. And here also conditions of minimum maximum is at 8.33 to 20%, and salary criteria also basic plus DA up to 21,000, and minimum 30 days salary in the accounting year. That is important. Now, agreement or settlement of the bonus. When employees can and enter into agreement with the union or their own association for granting bonus with formula which is different from the other bonus linked with the production or productivity, but subject to the here also provision of maximum and minimum bonus is a must. Minimum 8.33, maximum 20%. Now, just I'll give one example. Suppose now, for example, employer and employees are agreed to pay 45% bonus. There is no dispute about the percentage. And all the employees who are working in the company, their salary, basic plus DA is 15 to 16,000. And management wants to pay 45% bonus. How they can pay? In this case, as per the act, pay more than 20% ex gratia payment, and we can settle that 20% statutory, balance 25% ex gratia payment. Now, seasonal workers are also entitled for the bonus. Only condition is that they should get salary for minimum 30 days in accounting year, and their salary should be up to 21,000 per month. Now, newly set up establishment, they are exempted from paying bonus to its employee in the first 5 years. Provided in any 1 year, if they make the profit that year, they have to pay the bonus. Suppose the new company, new factory, or new office has started, first year loss, no bonus. Second year profit, bonus has to be paid. Third year loss, no bonus. Fourth year profit, yes, pay bonus. Fifth year loss, no bonus. After fifth year, whether profit or loss, minimum bonus has to be paid. Now, these are the register as on today. We have to employer has to maintain register in form number A showing computation of allocable surplus which can be prepared by charter accountant or expert accountant of the company. Register in form number B showing set off of allocable surplus. This register can be prepared by charter accountant or expert accountant of the company after looking from the balance sheet. All figures they have to take from the balance sheet from bonus register A and B, and register in form number C showing detail about the bonus dues. This is a payroll processing department, salary department, HR department has to prepare this register form number C, which shows the year for which bonus is payable, date of payment of bonus, name of employee, total number of days present, total salary on which bonus is eligible, any deduction and net amount payable, and date of payment of the bonus. This register having this much column. And annual return we have to file and submit online to Shram Suvidha portal on or before 1st February of the following year. Now, for this, officers are appointed by the respective state government. In certain cases, shop and establishment inspectors, certain cases, government labor officers under Section 27 of the Act. Inspectors are appointed by the appropriate government by way of a notification in official gazette. The purpose is to ascertain whether the provision of payment of bonus act whether they are complied or not. So what is the role of inspectors? They can demand information pertaining to the bonus. They can examine books of account, register, document relating to the bonus. They can make the copies of or take the extract from the any book, register or other document maintained in relation to the bonus act by the respective establishment. For non-compliance, these are the offences and punishment. If any person contravenes the provision of the act or any rules or fail to comply with any directions given, it will be punishable with the imprisonment up to 6 months or fine up to 1,000 or both. But when this new code will be coming, that there will be a financial liability will be higher, that will be more than 1,000 rupees. Just what we have studied, broad summary of the latest amendment and the payment of bonus act 1965 for the participant ready reference. Enter just summary of entire act. amendment under the Payment of Bonus Act. Every employee who is drawing salary wages up to 21,000 basic per year per month. Earlier limit was 10,000 basic per year per month, and who has worked for minimum period of 30 days in a year is entitled to receive the bonus. Second condition, for the purpose of competition bonus under the Act, the wage limit increase. Earlier old limit was 3,500 basic per year per month, which has increased to 7,000 basic per year per month, or minimum wage is applicable to respective scheduled industry employment, whichever is more. And if an employee is earning salary or which is not exceeding 7,000, as I told you, this happens in case of part-time employees only, because in our country, all states have minimum wages of more than 7,000 per month. So here, if an employee is earning salary or wages not exceeding 7,000 basic per day per month, or minimum wages, whichever is there, he is entitled to get the bonus on actual. If an employee is getting a salary or wages exceeding 7,000 basic per day per month, or minimum wages, whichever is higher, but not exceeding 21,000 basic per day per month, the bonus shall be payable, or that which will be calculated on rupees 7,000 basic per day per month, or minimum wages applicable to the respective schedule employment which is declared by the respective state government. Now, current scenario, we are in so many cases I have seen bonus, they are paying monthly bonus, which happens in case of CTC, cost to the company funda. Yes, employer can pay the bonus, monthly bonus to their employees, which is possible. But in this case, they have to maintain two bonus register, form number C for cat, monthly, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, Jan, Feb, and final bonus for the March. That is possible. But one more thing I want to tell you, suppose if your employer is paying in along with the salary register or salary slip, uh, bonus also, and if that company is covered under the ESI Act, and if total including all emolument gross is less than 21,000, so on that bonus also ESI Act will be applicable. So it is advisable to, if they are paying monthly bonus, they can pay the monthly bonus separately. Just this is my earlier YouTube channel, my Payment of Bonus Act was there. Now question, I have prepared few questions, then I'll take your questions. This is all about the Bonus Act. This is my question. If an employee's basic plus DI is less than 21,000, but total salary is more than that, still we have to, that person will be entitled for the bonus, because basic is less than, suppose gross is 35,000, plus basic plus DI is 20,000, then that employee will be entitled for the bonus. Whether bonus is payable to casual or temporary or probationary employees, answer is yes, provided they comply the condition, their monthly salary basic plus DI is 21,000 or below, and they should have got salary minimum 30 days in a accounting year. Number 3, whether newly set up establishment who has completed 4 years and making losses, then bonus is payable. Answer is no. But after completion of 5th year, whether profit or loss, they have to pay the bonus from 6th year. Number 4, when Payment of Bonus Act is not applicable, in that case, ex gratia payment is compulsory. Answer is no. Suppose that somebody's salary is say basic salary 30,000. That person is not entitled for the bonus. Ex gratia is not compulsory. Ex gratia is a purely will and wish of the employer. Number 5, whether attendance bonus is counted under the Payment of Bonus Act? No, it is not a part. It is a part of the salary, not under the Payment of Bonus Act, will not be counted. Number 5, an employee who has joined on the 1st March and his monthly salary is say 15,000 per month, whether he is entitled for the bonus accounting year April to March? Answer is no, because he will not be completing 30 days in the accounting year, so he will not be entitled for the bonus. First condition he complied, but second condition he will not be in a compliance, because 30 days will not, he will complete till the 31st March. Number 6, which are the register to be maintained on the Payment of Bonus Act by the employer? Registered in form number A, registered in form number B, registered in form number C, and annual return in form number D. Number 7, Whether annual return has to be filed under the Payment of Bonus Act? Answer is yes. If yes, then what is the form number? Form number D for Delhi, and last date 1st February of the following year. Number 8, if company has completed more than 5 years and making the losses, then from 6th year whether bonus is payable? Yes, compulsorily we have to pay at least minimum bonus if they are making the losses. Now your question. Anybody wants to ask any questions?
We can take up the question answers. So I request all the participants to please put in your questions.
Yeah, just they can ask me, madam. I'm on the this thing speaker only. Yeah?
So you
That
want
will be.
them to unmute themselves and ask the question?
Yeah, unmute and that will be better for because the second session also is there, no?
So, sir, if you or I can read the questions for you.
Please, oh, must. Good idea, madam.
Okay,
Appreciate.
thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
So, the question is PF applicable on bonus and other allowances?
No, on bonus, other allowance is different. Provident fund is not applicable on the bonus. See, applicability of provident fund is that after the Honorable Supreme Court judgment, gross minus HRA is up to 15,000 bonus is applicable. Gross minus HRA, if it is up to 15,000, then PF is applicable, but on bonus, provident fund is not applicable.
You can raise the hand for the query. So we'll allow you to unmute. If you want to raise, okay. There's another question. If the wages are crossed rupees 21,000 during part of the year, what is the eligibility for bonus?
Perfect. Good. Very good. Good. Intelligent question. Suppose I'll give example from April, May, June, July, August, September. 6 months salary is say less than 21,000, say 20,000. Now after that salary has increased to say 22, 25,000. Then bonus will be paid for that 6 month only, for that respective period only. If their salary has raised in that accounting year, then when that crossing 21,000, then that period will not be counted.
Okay. I request Aparna to please unmute herself and ask the question. Meanwhile, we can take the next question. The office is working 5 days a week. Hence, the total wages for 1 month is more than 21,000.
Right.
And 1 month it is less than, and in another 1 month it is less than 21,000. So, how to calculate the bonus in that case?
See, first of all, 5 days working, whether they are getting salary for they are not getting salary for Saturday or Sunday. Answer is yes, they will be getting the salary definitely. So here, the rate of bonus, rate of salary. I'm sorry, rate of salary is very important per month. Suppose the rate of per month is up to 21,000, then only they are eligible for the 5 days week or 6 days week. That is immaterial.
The next question, if the female staff is on a maternity leave, so she is is she eligible for bonus?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Is the PF applicable on monthly advance bonus? Provident fund?
No, see, I have replied, no. For any type of bonus, Provident Fund will not be applicable. Any type of bonus. Provided this statutory, we are talking about the statutory bonus. Especially statutory bonus, Provident Fund will not be applicable.
Okay. I request Aparna to please unmute herself and ask the question. And Ajay ji, you can also unmute and please ask the question. Meanwhile, the question is, if a proprietary concern is converted into a partnership fund,
Right.
will the initial 5-year exemption is available for the firm?
No, not because they have converted. If the partnership new company has formed, first they can close down that proprietorship permanently, and new partnership company form, then they will get 5 years. Otherwise, converted, then no. Once that date of starting of the proprietorship will be taken into consideration.
Okay. Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Yeah, ma'am.
I wanted to ask you, to explain that case number 2 from your example, which had 19,000 as the basic plus DA and minimum wage as 15,000.
Yeah.
I am
What?
little
Yeah,
confused
what is
about
that?
it. Uh,
Which? See here now, case number 2. Which? What you want to ask, madam?
the examples which you had shown in the tabular form, the second case study.
No.
Yes, I think the next page from this. Yeah, the
Yeah.
second case study.
Tell me. See
So,
now. Yeah. Tell me, please, madam.
yeah, because in the definition, I think it was written whichever is higher. So is 19,000 not higher? Why are we considering? I mean, I'm still confused with this.
Now clear, madam.
Hmm.
See, this employee whose salary is 19,000 basic plus DA,
Mhm.
but minimum wages of respective scheduled industry, which is minimum wage is declared by the respective state government labor commissioner office, which is 15,000. So as per the act, bonus has to be paid on the 15,000, not on the 19,000.
Okay. Because it is the minimum wage. So we don't have to check here whichever is higher part of it.
Yeah, minimum wages we have to see, ma'am. Suppose now
Okay.
this person salary maybe say 20,500. Even though we have to pay bonus on the 15,000 because that minimum wages I have mentioned schedule employment minimum wages.
Right.
So we have to pay on that component, please.
Right. Thank you, sir. And one more question I had was, could you explain a bit in detail when statutory bonus or the bonus is a part of your CTC?
Madam, here it is not possible. See, statutory bonus, this is a statutory bonus we have discussed, no? What we have discussed, everything is statutory bonus.
Yeah. But when it is a part of CTC, you were mentioning
Yeah,
that monthly or
that this when we are giving the salary structure to the employee, then you have to just see that how best you can give whatever that is salary, and accordingly you have to bifurcate all the components, madam. That is all mathematical working is that how much salary you will be paying and what will the cost to the company, what package you are giving.
Okay,
That
so
will be
should the title show as advance bonus there?
sorry.
Since we
Madam.
are paying it right from the beginning of the financial year, say, so should the name in the salary slip should be advance bonus and not statutory bonus?
Miss, you are paying bonus. Miss, you are paying bonus, advance bonus.
Yeah.
It is good. Actually, very starting of the month only you are paying. Starting of the year.
Yeah, from April onwards only we generally put it. So.
Miss, you are paying advance bonus.
Yeah. So
you can pay advance bonus then, which can be adjusted at the end of the year when you pay the final bonus, madam.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Hi, sir. This is
Yeah.
Ajay Saw. Good
Yes,
evening,
sir.
sir.
Good evening, Ajay ji.
Sir, I have a question regarding the special allowance. As you
Yeah.
have mentioned in Maharashtra, special
Yes.
allowance is also considered as a part of DA,
Right.
and so that will that be included in other state as well, like for Haryana?
No. See, Maharashtra special allowance, Karnataka, it is called as a VDA, variable DNS
Okay,
allowance, and other
okay,
state it is DA only, DNS allowance.
okay.
So why I would like to advise to all the participant. I have seen so many big employers salary structure, whatever balance amount they are putting as a special allowance. Particularly if it is
Right,
in
sir.
suppose if it is in Maharashtra state, then on that gratuity will be applicable. Please remember that.
Okay. But sir, in Haryana, we are in Haryana, and
Yeah.
we have also the same component, a special allowance component. Whatever the
No
balance
problem.
amount is, go into a special allowance. So shall we
No problem.
include this special allowance as a part
No.
of DA
No, in
while calculating bonus?
no, Haryana, no. Haryana, no. If it is in Maharashtra, then yes, sir.
Okay.
Right, sir?
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Okay.
Okay. So, if anyone else want to ask question, then
Anybody want to ask? This is just my my horoscope.
yeah.
Uh,
So, sir,
we are based in
have
the Mumbai.
one more question. We can take last three questions in the meeting.
Yeah.
Then we will start with our next session.
Yeah.
The question is, bonus, how attendance bonus work can explain with example
See
by
now
Mr. Sagar.
attendance bonus. Just I want to say, attendance bonus is just it's a part of salary. It is not part of the bonus. It is a part of salary. So question of attendance bonus do not arise in the Payment of Bonus Act.
Okay.
Clear?
Hello.
Yeah, please, sir.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My name is Manoj. I'm calling from Force Signal. I'm from Force Signal.
Yeah,
My only
tell me.
question is, since bonus is only applicable if the basic plus DA is less than 21,000.
Right. Up to
Suppose,
21,000.
Suppose if we have 150 employees, only out of 150, only one employee we are paying less than 21,000.
Right.
In that case, how the bonus should be considered like that?
Yeah, you have to pay
applicable
that. Then you have to pay the bonus to one eligible employees only.
Acha.
And in the return, you have to mention that one employee only.
Acha, in the return, we have to show only one employee.
Yeah, only one employee. Yes, definitely.
And the remaining should come under ex gratia, whatever.
Yeah, if you want to pay, it is a department is not telling pay ex gratia is not compulsory.
No, I'm telling when we file the return, like annual return, labor law return.
Yeah.
There we mention the bonus. What is the bonus?
But you don't have to mention anything about the ex gratia, please.
Okay, only for one employee we have to mention.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Now, just I want to say thank you. Now, my son Jigar Soni, Advocate Jigar Soni, he will be taking on the shops and establishment, like Maharashtra Shops and Establishment. Lot of changes that happen. So once again, thank you all, and we'll be in touch with each other. Thank you, madam. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Can you please stop sharing the screen, sir?
1 minute. Yeah. Jigar is joining, right?
Yes.
Jigar is joining. Jigar
So
is taking.
thank you so much, sir,
Stop
for
sharing.
joining us. And
just I want to convey my sincere thanks to all of you.
yes, thank you so much. And definitely the session is very enlightening.
Yeah.
And we can see the enthu of the crowd with respect to the questions. But due to time constraint, we respect time of yours as well as each one time. So now I request our next speaker.
Yeah, he's just joining. Jigar Soni.
Yes, Advocate Jigar Soni ji.
Yeah, just a minute.
Please.
Just I am handing over this to Jigar Soni, please.
Chalega. Okay, sir.
Thank you.
So meanwhile, I'll take the time to. We'll just have 1 minute short break. And we'll start with our next session.
Hi, good evening. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Perfect. I will just share my screen.
It's a sheer pleasure to have Jigar with us, and let me take the privilege to introduce him. First of all, thank you, Jigar ji, for taking out your time and sharing the knowledge with all of us.
My pleasure.
So here I take the privilege to introduce our next speaker on the Maharashtra Shops and Establishment Act 2017. Again, a very important topic, and on which it's very hard to find a speaker, an expert who can give you the right knowledge. And we have with us Jigar ji. He is a law degree holder and an MBA too. He is a management consultant with RLS Consulting, providing advice on Indian labor laws. He completed BCom and LLB from Mumbai University, followed by MBA from SB Jain. During his academic journey, he gained work exposure at RLS Consulting, where he was associated with employee relation law. He got an opportunity to be intern with Franklin Templeton, Singapore, during his MBA journey. Post his MBA, Jigar worked for nearly 8 years with KPMG HR team, following which he joined RLS Consulting in the year 2017. With this word, Jigar, here I welcome you in today's session, and we are thrilled to know the insights about one of its kind, the
Thank you.
Maharashtra Act.
Thank you so
Over to
much.
you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So first of all, welcome everybody. Sorry, we are running a little late, so I'll
Yeah.
try to.
And meanwhile, our Ankit ji had just messaged me to join. He is also in some other meeting. So we'll just have
Great.
2 minutes break whenever he comes in.
Sure thing. Sure
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Please continue, Jigar.
Sure. So thank you so much for waiting. I'll try to keep it as brief and as crisp as I can because we're running short of time. Also, the idea is to get more and more knowledge in this session rather than going via the acts or going in detail in terms of section so and so, so and so. So the majorly we'll try to just have a good knowledge share session. We have any questions? It'll be nice if you could take it at the end of the session. Is my voice clear? Easily audible?
Yes, it is audible. You can be a little
Perfect.
bit louder if you want.
Perfect. Is this better?
Yeah, better. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. In case participants, in case you feel I'm going too fast or slow, feel free to just message accordingly. I'll try to alter my speed. And yeah, we can start now. So
Yes.
we always had the Shop and Establishment Act 1948, and which was eventually updated in 2017. And from 2017 onwards, the new act is in force. The whole idea of this act was, you know, how to modernize it, how to change it. We had a act which was almost 70 years old, so it was the right time to just move along and get into the newer part of it, and that's where the new act was introduced. So just one second, I'm having some issue. How do I? I'm unable to move the bar. Okay, yeah, this is good. Right. So now coming to the act, each and every act, it's very important to understand the definition of establishment, or say when we are in ESIPF, the whole definition revolves a lot around what is salary. So similarly, when we come to the Shop and Establishment Act, what becomes important is to understand what is establishment, or what all establishments are covered in this, or definition of establishment. To make life simple, let me tell you everything under the sun. Okay, so they've been very smart to even cover. So let's see. We start with under establishments, what all is covered. So yeah, establishment means you can see this is a very detailed and long definition. So I've tried to highlight the crux of it. So say any business, trade, manufacture. Okay, so let's see, we cover all the businessmen. So for example, what's the biggest we can think? Business, trade, manufacture, Ambani and Adani's are covered here. ठीक है, so Ambani's Adani's cover हो गए, then हम लोग बोलने लगे professions, oh we are not covered, we are not doing any business, no trade, no manufacture. So then they nicely said, okay, medical practitioners are included, architects are included, engineers are included, accountants are included, tax consultants are included. इतना कुछ बोल के भी यदि कोई अगर बच गया रहेगा, then they came up with the point saying other technical or professional consultants. So even that got covered. Now these two are done, business is done, profession is done. Then next, people started saying, "Arey, लेकिन हम तो society है, we are trust, we are not registered. How does it matter?" So now they say, your societies are covered, your trusts are covered, whether registered or not registered, whether for the purpose of profit or not. So even that is covered. So everything got covered. Do you think everything's covered? And here we have one more. So then there was an angle where said, oh, we are for entertainment. The way Dream 11 started, for entertainment purpose only, or a game of skill. So similarly here they said, okay, so shop, residential hotel, restaurant, eating house, theater, or other place of public amusement or entertainment to whom provisions of Factories Act do not apply are also covered. So in principle, as I said, everything under the sun is covered. However, लेकिन यदि गलती से कुछ छूट गया हो, so then they still have a right that they can cover you in future. So don't worry, you guys are covered in shop and establishment, provided you're not covered in factories, of course. Now, when it comes to applicability, this is very interesting, and this is how powerful a media has been. The minute the new Shop and Establishment Act was introduced, we had media saying, "Oh, shop and establishment, अब तक 9 employees के लिए निकल गया." Is it okay if I continue in Hindi, English, both? I hope that's fine with all.
Yes, sir. That's okay.
Perfect, perfect. Because just easy to give some examples. So we start and then
Please,
जिगर जी
yes,
yeah.
मैं 1 मिनट लेना चाहूंगा, मैं दूसरी वेबिनार में भी हूँ.
yes, please, sir. Please, sir.
Sir, 1 minute, Rajkumar, sir. 1 minute. Yeah, sir. Please, most welcome.
How are you, sir? Nice to see you.
Thank you, Jigar ji. Thank you, Dipti Jain, and this is wonderful program. Initially, I was trying to join, and then I was told it's a house full. So I
Thank
said
you.
I will wait. And labor law is a very rising area, and wish you all the best. Thank you. I think I'll join later if required. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure,
Thank you for
sir.
your
Sir,
presence.
most welcome. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please.
Perfect. So
Yeah, please continue.
yes. So what happened was everyone started saying, "Oh, we already shop and establishment is not applicable for up to 9 employees. It's only 10 and upwards is where the act is applicable. Up 9 आदमी लोग हो तो shop act not applicable." So which was not correct. Now, unfortunately, a lot of employees, lot of shops who have less than or who have single-digit employees have not taken registration, and eventually what happens is department comes to visit and you realize, oh my god, they don't have a shop act license or we don't have a shop act license, and we are under the understanding, oh humko to applicable hi nahi tha. So this is a something which we need to understand. If you have less than 9 employees, the intimation is necessary. 10 and more employees, the license is necessary. The application for 10 or more employees goes in Form A, and the license is issued in Form B. Similarly, application for up to 9 employees goes in Form F, and the intimation, they don't call it a license, but it's as good as a license. It's called intimation receipt, which is received in Form G. And Form G is like a shop and establishment license for less than 9 employees. So moving from that point, so this was an important point. Now coming to the next point, what are the main provisions of the act? Why was this act required to change? So registration, moving digital, online, because gone are the days, we used to fill up a form, stand in queue for 5 hours, go from one window, move to another window to get one stamp. Now India has moved forward. We are no more agrarian economy. We are leading the world in some format. So yes, digitization was required. No child labor shall be permitted to work at any cost. There's change in leave criteria, which we'll cover. Records may be maintained in digital format without any prior approval. I remember there used to be a time where even to maintain records in digital format, there was special permission required, and which took a lot of time. So virtually 3 to 6 months at times to get approvals because of some or the other reason. So that has been done away with. You can maintain records in digital format without any prior approval. However, in case there is any violation which the shop and establishment officer notices, they can give you a notice and cancel your license. So I'll just dwell a little more on the registration front, because that is something where we've seen maximum non-compliance. So application in Form A, which is for 10 or more employees, needs to be done within 60 days of starting the operations. Once you have the certificate, if there is any change required, that can be done in Form I. These are all on the MCGM portal. When the business closures, in case of business closure, you need to intimate within 30 days of closure for cancellation of certificate, and this is under the Form J. Registration fees, there'll be no fees charge. So this is somewhere, when there's a lot of talk about Mumbai going the Shanghai way, or India going the Singapore way, or Mumbai going the Singapore way. So that's where the government thought, let's make it free. However, we're giving the license to you for free, right? So at least now you should have a license. However, if you don't have the license, the fees, in place of fees, we will charge you very heavy penalty. So the penalty was raised multiple X. So for application of registration, there'll be no fees. For any change, no fees. However, the employer may have to pay electronic transmission charges. This is more like the service charge which the portal provides. If at times if you have to make a 10 rupee, 20 rupee payment just for usage of a particular portal, that will be payable. So for the state of, or rather for the city of Mumbai, which is covered under MCGM, there is no charge. However, for beyond Mumbai or metropolitan region, MMR region, you need to pay a 21 or a 25 rupee charge, which is for using the portal, etc. So apart from that, there is no registration fees per se taken by the government. Now, what are the documents required for this Form A? Proof of identity, any 2 or 3 of them, Aadhaar, PAN card, passport, driving license. Your Aadhaar card is mandatory. Then proof of address, rent receipt, phone bill, electricity bill, property tax, notarized leave license, XYZ. Yeah, make sure that whatever documents you're submitting, except for the photograph, are self-attested, because that's something which many of our clients or employers miss out on. There are other documents which is copy of license, registration, which are mandatory under certain laws. Say if you're part of insurance, you're part of banking industry or NBFCs, there are certain additional certificates which are required, so which need to be taken. Actual photo of the establishment in which the signboard, the name board in regional language is very clearly visible. We'll come to the name boards in detail. Then there is property tax UID number of the building. And the very interesting reason why property tax or the UID number of the building was done. Initially, when shop and establishment license was started, and they done away with the fees bit, so there were a lot of hawkers who had taken a shop and establishment license. And since there was no geographically pinpointing where the person is, and there is no tax or anything paid, so it became very difficult for the BMC to track it. And every hawker on the roads virtually at one point suddenly had a Shop Act license. I'm a registered person. How can you take away my Hath Gadi or XYZ? So then BMC got strict with the property tax UID number. Only exception is slums where they don't have a UID number as of now. Apart from that, every other a place of business will have UID number, which is unique identification number, which is given by the BMC many times, and it will always start with your ward. So if you are in F South, it will be FS, and there will be a long number, a 10-12 digit number. So do notice it, or whenever you enter your building, you notice some weird 9-10 digit number with an alphabet in the beginning. Now we know what it is. If the applicant is a company, you need certificate of incorporation, list of directors with their details. For cooperative society trust, the registration details and list of trustees. Next point is working hours. The period and hours of work in a week for a class of workers, for the shifts, etc., they need to be informed in advance. This is specifically for rotational shifts, etc. You can't just come at night and tell me, okay, tomorrow you need to report at 8 o'clock. So this needs to be informed to employees well in advance. Working hours for employees, maximum 9 hours a day, excluding lunch break or any lunch break, tea break, XYZ, and 48 hours a week. Anything beyond that goes into overtime. Interval, for the purpose of interval, maximum there needs to be a 5-hour working. It can't go beyond 5 hours. So there has to be a half an hour of rest after 5 hours of work. So generally, if you see, most of our working hours are in a way where either for 9 to 6 or 9:30 to 5:30 or 10 to 7. somewhere after 3 to 4 hours is where you get your lunch break, and then it'll be another 4 or 5 hours at max, and then it'll be end of day's play. Spread over. So we get this interesting question while employees, you're telling me to do 8 hours of work, but we just have a time where savere hamara kaam ho jata hai, then there is nothing to do for next 3 hours, and then there is again some work. So in that case, what do we do? So the concept of spread over hours is from morning, say example 12 to 10:30 in the night. Just for the ease of calculation, I'm taking 12 noon, 12 to 10:30 in the night. In those 10.5 hours, you need to complete your 8 hours of duty. So spread over of a worker in establishment shall not exceed 10.5 hours in any day. However, in case there is urgent work which has come up, then the spread over can be 12 hours. Urgencies, exigencies are understandable, but that cannot be a norm. It's an exception, it's not a norm. Overtime. So overtime must be paid double the rate of ordinary wage. In case a person has worked for 48 hours, anything beyond 48 hours gets into the overtime zone. You can't say, "Arey, last week you worked 46 hours and this week you please work 50 hours." No, you may want to cut salary for those 2 hours in the last week, but this week, if it goes beyond 48 hours, it is payable. And it's, I'm sorry. And what is the limit for overtime? It's 125 hours over a period of 3 months. Now, we see, unfortunately, a lot of security agencies, they hit 125 hours in a month, which is not correct, not fair, because this results in reduction in job for some other person. So you see many of them giving 12 hours duty flat. So as per law, it is a non-compliance, because anything beyond 8 hours is overtime. So 8 plus 4, and you do a 30 day or a 24 days, 25 days into 4, you're completing almost 100 hours a month. So it should be 125 hours per quarter. That is 3-month period.
So I'll just take a break. Our chief guest for the event, the chairman of WIRC of ICAI, CA Ankit Rathi ji has joined us. Sir, thank you so much.
Thank you, Dipti.
I request you to please start with the video.
It's already on, right? I'm visible.
Yeah, I can see. So, sir, thank you so much for joining us. And it's so pleasure to have you today. Instead of such a busy schedule, back-to-back meetings, you were able to take out the time and grace our today's session. Again, a very important session is going on, and the enthusiasm and the capacity, as you have already, sir, tried to join us in the earlier at the in the time of first session also, but he told the capacity is full, Dipti, so I'll join it again. And sir, it's so nice of you that instead of all this chaos, you took out the time to be here. Let me have the privilege to introduce him. Ankit ji is the sitting chairman of WIRC of ICI, very dynamic, energetic, and vibrant personality. He had changed the moment he took the position as a chairman. He had completely changed the scenario of WIRC, and back-to-back meetings. 7 days, we are having 7 programs. Every
Wow.
Sunday, Saturday, we are having intensive workshops at WIRC to train the professionals with respect to AI, Chat GPT, or training with respect to international trade, or going for expanding the profession to cross-border profession. And so many initiatives are being taken, and thoughts are not only discussed under his tenureship, they are actually implemented, executed, and that too at a very aggressive level. And the most important thing, ki the people started coming more towards, he is a crowd puller, and हमारे WIRC में the events got brushed up, and the events started happening sharp at time. The respect to the members and their time. अगर 4 बजे का event है तो it starts sharp at 4 o'clock instead of anything like whether any formality, without any formality. The only focus is on the imparting knowledge, giving maximum benefit to its members, And what we have seen, there's so much to learn from Ankit ji. And definitely in coming times हमें बहुत अच्छे अच्छे educational programs WIRC की तरफ से मिलने वाले हैं. National conference भी plan हुई है in 23rd and 24th August. So welcome you, sir. This is what a little bit I can introduce you. Over to you, Ankit ji.
Thank you so much, Deepti madam, for such a great welcome. Really, it's a very good evening. Really, it's indeed pleasure to be here in your virtual platform. Let me first congratulate to you for doing such a great work for the profession fraternity. Deepti, genuinely, you are doing really hard work for the profession. My compliment to you and congratulations to you. Friends, let me share you as rightly point out by the Dipti madam, we at the WRC doing various programs, seminar, conferences. Let me invite you all on 3rd and 4th May National Conference, which we are hosting on Kandivali Therapant Bhavan, in which presidents and vice presidents are also joining. And today we also received confirmation from Meenakshi Lekhi, Honorable Ministry from Parliament. And 4th May we are hosting Om Birla ji. We also received soft confirmation from the Om Birla ji, Honorable Lok Sabha Speaker. So I request each one of you please take participants in our national conference. Let me also share you first time in well in advance. We already host our regional conference flagship event of Western India Regional Council on 23rd and 24th August. On Geo Convention Center, we already booked more than 1 lakh square feet place for our conference. We are exhibiting more than 1,000 stalls for different practicing field. And let me also tell you and share you, we are anticipating more than 5,000 participants. I request each one of you, please log in our WRC website and do register for this type of conference. Friends, let me request to each one of you, in our Western India Regional Council website, we have a tab of my role at the WRC, in which we are inviting various professional people, chartered accountant for as a coordinator, speaker, author of any publications, and if anyone wish to write in our newsletter, or anyone wish a particular type of program, seminar, or conference we need to host in Western India Regional Council, please do let us know through our Western India Regional Council website. My role at the WRC. Let me again share you. Dipti is doing very good activity for the profession. Dipti, my congratulations and compliment to you. Kudos to you. With this, I wish you all good luck. I am not taking your much time because I come to know the session is already going on. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ankit ji, for being here and motivating all of us to do more for the profession, for the country, for Bharat. Thank you. Over to you, Jigar ji. And let me speak. The very senior advocate Ramesh Soni sir is also with us. Ankit ji.
Thank you, Ramesh ji. Thank you, Jigar sir, for your
Yeah.
knowledge. We also request you, if you can come on our WRC
Sure.
seminar or conference, we will send formal invitation to you to sir through Dipti. We will take your contact details from Dipti.
Done, sir, done.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Definitely, sure.
Over to Jigar ji. Please carry on the session. Thank you. Yes, please continue.
Yes, just a second. So we're on the overtime bit. Now, next coming to a very important topic, which is leaves. Chutti kab hai? So as such, leaves are divided into 3 parts. Okay, I would say 4 parts. One is the weekly off, which we all look forward to, which is Saturday, Sunday. Beyond that, we have a privilege leave, we have or a paid leave, earned leave, whichever way you call it, a PL. Then we have a casual leave, and then we have festival holidays. So let's get more into this. So weekly holidays is 1 day of paid holiday. This is generally the 7th day. After 6 working, if you have a 6-day week, after 6th day, the 7th day is off, and is a paid holiday rather. And in case you have a 5-day working day, 6th and 7th day turn out to be off. So there are certain restrictions which can be relaxed. That is more on between the company and the management. Now coming to festival holidays, mandatorily you need to give 8 festival holidays per year. Now, in this 8, there are 4 which are compulsory, which is 26 January, 1st May, which was yesterday, 15th August, and 2nd October. Apart from these 4, there can be other 4 regional holidays which can be decided mutually between the management and the staff. So 8 days as per law is mandatory. And especially these 4 days, 26 January, 1st May, 15th August, and 2nd October, if an employee is told to work instead of a general 2x or a 2x salary, this year the hit will be 3x. So there'll be twice the salary plus a comp off needs to be given to the employee who's working on these 4 days, 26 Jan, 1st May, 15th August, 2nd October, and the remaining 4 regional holidays. After festival holidays, we come to the next, which is earned leave and casual leave. So earned leave, the calculation has changed now. So you get one earned leave for every 20 days of work performed. So 1 day in your kitty for every 20 days of physical presence, 20 days of work performed. Maximum 45 days of earned leaves can be accumulated. In case there is more than 45 days, then that leave can be lapsed. However, if an employee, due to work exigency or something important coming up or XYZ reasons, has not been given his leaves or his leaves have not been sanctioned or sanctioned leaves have been cancelled, then even beyond 45 days, those leaves need to be encashed and cannot be lapsed. Casual leaves is 8 days in a year, which is 2 per quarter. Casual leaves cannot be carried forward. So of the 3 leaves, festival leaves are when the company is generally shut. Casual leaves are 2 per quarter, and this is one which is not carried forward. And earned leave is what you earn for 1 day of leave for 20 days of work performed. Maximum 45 days can be accumulated. Beyond 45 can be lapsed. So if there are companies who lapse, who have a policy in the name, oh, we just have 15 days of carry forward. Anything beyond that is lapsed because we want our employees to enjoy leave. No, unfortunately, not as per law. Yeah, instead of 45, you can keep it higher. That's okay. However, earlier benefits in the Shop Act 1948, if those benefits were higher, you may continue with those benefits as far as they are not anywhere less than the current benefits which are being given in the new act. Minimum wage. So what is minimum wage? There are two, I think Soni sir already covered. Minimum wage has two components, which is basic and special allowance. For Maharashtra, we use the term special allowance. For Karnataka, we use the term VDA, which is variable dearness allowance, and for rest of India, the term uses dearness allowance. Its minimum wage is basic plus special allowance for the state of Maharashtra. Now, I've seen many of corporates use the term special allowance as a balancing figure. So recommended don't do that, because if there is someone who says, oh, I've been paid my gratuity only on basic, it should be paid on basic plus special allowance, it can be challenged in the court of law. So highly recommended to have basic plus special allowance as a heading straight away. The wages differ from zone 1 to zone 3. Now, what are zone 1, 2, and 3? Zone 1 is the municipal corporation, zone 2 is the municipal council, and zone 3 are the others, the Gram Panchayat, etc. And even between these zone 3, then there is unskilled, semi-skilled, skilled, and in some sections even highly skilled. So in principle, these 3 to 4 categories are mentioned. And special allowance, as I said, is revised, which is part of minimum wage, is revised every 6 months. Every 6 months, the Labor Commissioner's Office will declare additional amount by which the minimum wage increases. So see, by logic, I'll tell you, minimum wage on an average is revised every 5 years. So say, for example, if the minimum wage is put 10,000 for the sake of example, now they're not going to revise the minimum wage every 6 months. So what I do, on that 10,000 in the 6 months, take the inflation into account, beef it up a little bit. 10,000, maybe 500 is the inflation, make it 10,500. Another 6 months go in, the inflation is taken on 10,500. Now it's 600 rupees. So 600 is added. So like this, they generally do it for 5 years. At the end of 5 years, the minimum wage is revised. So it's very funny when the current minimum wage was revised. It was all over the news that, oh, the minimum wage has been increased by 2x or it's been doubled straight away. It was never doubled because back then the minimum wage was probably 5,000 and the special allowances had also reached 4,800 or 5,000. So all that the government did was they merged the basic wage plus special allowance, which was 5,000 and 4,800, and total was 9,800. Now they made the basic wage 9,800 and addition of special allowance was 200. So technical increment was only 200, but the media made it sound, oh, basic wage double ho gaya, which wasn't the case. What are records to be maintained? Muster roll cum wage register, which was known as Form 2 earlier, is now known as Form Q. Leave book in the format Form O. Accumulated leave in format Form P. Night shift, if you have any women employees working, we need to take the approval, working the night shift, we need to take their approval in the Form N or consent in Form N. Muster card, wage register, notice of weekly holidays under Form M, conditional employment. So women under, I'll go a little fast because I'm getting a notification that is already 5:45. So annual returns to be maintained in Form R, inspector visit book, display notice of work timings, etc., list of holidays, date of payment of wages, etc. Records need to be preserved for 3 years. Okay. Excuse me for my speed, but I'll just have to rush. In case there is anything specific, we can come back to it. Health and safety, to keep the place clean, ventilated, sufficiently lit, safe against fire, and a first aid box is maintained. So there is a health and safety committee which needs to be there if you have 10 or more employees. And committee must have sufficient number of representation from women employees, from management, from staff. A complaint box needs to be mentioned. I'll just move to this fire safety framework. Women employees. So no women shall be discriminated just for the fact that she's a woman. So be it recruitment, training, transfers, promotions, etc. When an employee consent needs to be taken in Form L if they're working beyond 9:30 p.m. or coming before 7 p.m. or working in the shift 9:30 p.m. to 7 a.m. The employer needs to ensure that travel has been arranged for the women and need to take all the possible steps to prevent any sexual harassment for the women worker. Maternity leave for the night shift. So any women who is working in night shifts and is pregnant, then at least 12 weeks before the delivery and 12 weeks after the childbirth, she cannot be on night shifts. Of these 24 weeks, at least 12 weeks have to be before the childbirth. Any women employee working in the night shift, you get one additional leave for every 2 months. Crash facility, if your company has 50 or more employees, then a crash facility needs to be arranged, either a suitable room, meeting room around in office. In case there are few companies close by, some organizations close by need to come together, then they can have a crash facility within a vicinity of 1 kilometer from the radius of the company. In case you have more than 10 women workers, then at least a women security guard needs to be there. Proper police verification needs to be done for the women security guard as well. ID cards need to be there, and these are the details which need to be there on the iCard: name of the employer, age, address, emergency contact number, blood group. Aadhaar card number is there, but now that this is a debatable topic, so many times people do not wish to mention the Aadhaar card. So you may want to just put a masked Aadhaar card or not keep it. That's debatable point. Obligation of the employer from case of notice of termination for anyone whose tenure is 1 year or more, 30 days notice needs to be given. In case the tenure is from 3 months to 1 year, notice can be 14 days. Not to permit and also not to permit employee to work when he's on leave or on holiday. Unfortunately, I don't think this is being done very aggressively in India. The way it's followed diligently in Europe. So if you're in Germany and you're on holiday and someone calls you, you can file a suit against the person. Name board in Marathi. So name board in Marathi is something very critical and in news right now. So there have been many cases where we've had. I think there was a news. This was in news yesterday or day before. 51 or 50 or 51 lakh rupees of penalty has been collected by the BMC for all the name boards in Marathi. So what are the rules and regulations for the name board in Marathi? So the name has to be in Marathi Devanagari script. The size of Devanagari script should be at least greater than any other language. So the font size should be the largest and it should be visibly large. Guys, make sure that the Raswai Dirghai, which is there in our Indian scripts, they do make the overall script look a little smaller. So advisable to keep it visibly bigger and not just mathematically bigger. In case of the name board, the local language should be first. So if you're mentioning name top and the bottom, then it should be at the beginning. If it's the left and the right, then it should be on the left. It has to be at the start of the name board. No establishment where liquor is being served can have name board in the name of legends of any fort. Now, all these are the gist of it. Now, we had a case. This may not be very clear because this was a court case where there was a notice given to a person we know, and these are the reasons under section 36A1. Read with rule 35, and these are the points under which your name board is an offense. So by not displaying the name board of the establishment in Marathi language in Devanagari script, by not displaying the letters in Marathi language in the beginning of the name board, or displayed the font size of letters in Marathi language smaller than font size of letters in other language. Just for reference, this is taken from an actual a court case which we had. Part-time employment. So for a part-time employee, maximum the person can work 5 hours in a day. There is no overtime for a part-time employer. And if you calculate the salary, it should be 15% higher than the hourly wage rate what would be offered for to the same person had he done a full-time wage. So if it's 100 rupees an hour, or say 800 rupees for day for 8 hours, it should be 115 rupees an hour for the part-time employee. So this is under the Form T and this information regarding person discharging managerial function, which is Form T. I'll come to Form T and U together, and even R. So similarly, there is Form U, information regarding person doing confidential work. So this Form T, U, and then there is Form R, which is the annual return. Annual return Form R. So this year onwards, the form at the annual return needs to be submitted online to be uploaded on the MCGM portal. When you upload the Form R, along with it, there is Form T and U, which also needs to be uploaded. So make sure that is also done. The last day for this was 28th February. This is for the period 1st Jan to 31st of December. For Shop and Establishment Act, even when it comes to leaves, the period is a calendar year. So 1st January to 31st December is the period during which your annual leaves need to be given. So till last year, the printed copy of Form RTU was to be submitted. This year onward is completely online. Just for reference, this is how the Form R looks. This is the copy given by the department. Name of the stand, and the details are not they're very much basic in nature. Name, total number of employees, nature of business. We've covered all the points. Penalty can go up to 1 lakh. So how the penalty bit works is it charged 2,000 rupees per employee. And if you 1,000 per employee, which can go up to 1 lakh. And if there is delay, it will be 2,000 rupees for every day of delay. Repeated offenders may be fined to an extent of 2 lakh, which is double of 1 lakh. Compounding has to be at least 50% of maximum fine. So we have a lot of complaints where suddenly an employee disappears. He's Mr. India, दिखता ही नहीं है. So what do we do? Whenever an employee is not there or disappears without any approved leave, instead of taking any action, please send him three notices. This is the first notice. You may want to take a photograph of this. So send a first notice. Please send this by registered AD post only. Please don't Blue Dart, non DHL, Indian laws, Indian postal services. Please send this by registered AD. Maintain the proof of delivery. Even the Indian Post site works very well. You can track the delivery of the letter. Once it's delivered at the residence, please take a printout from the postal website portal itself, the proof of delivery. Even if the person does not accept it, it's counted as attempted delivery. So make sure you maintain proof. So you may send notice one, then you may send another notice. If the person is not coming back after a week's time, it's advisable to keep at least anywhere between 5 days to a week's time before giving the notices. And then even after second notice, the person is not turned up, we can give the final and the third and the final notice, where we mention this is the first notice and the second notice. However, you've not complied with the notice or reported, and we deem that you abandoned employment with effect from so and so date, and you are advised to settle your account and hand over charge on any working date. So please, please, please make sure that you give these three notices and don't terminate anyone without this. Because tomorrow, if this matter goes to court, if there is a union, you give them that we've given enough notices, the person still did not come, I need to run my business, I had to terminate him. This is it. Over and above this, of late, we've seen a lot of shop and establishment inspectors visiting offices. They're going to check your shop and establishment license, whether it's valid or no. They're going to check your Form R, Form T, Form U. Have you maintained a POSH committee? Is your I-card in place? These are the things which department is very active on. They're extremely active on the name board. So please make sure at least these are maintained, these are taken care of in your organization. Sorry, we had to overshoot. I've tried to be as fast as I could. So that's it. I'm done from my end. Thank you so much.
Okay, there are few questions we have.
Yes, please.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
Your
Sorry, sir,
voice
I'm
is
not able to
breaking,
hear
sir.
you.
BVN Prasad.
Yes, yes.
Hello.
Yes, Prasadji, please
Yes,
tell
sir.
me.
My question is, it's a corporate office of a central public sector undertaking in Pune. Is it Shops Establishment Act applicable?
No, government offices are not covered in this.
Okay.
So my question is to you is, in case of online portals, online businesses,
Right,
so everything is done, operated online.
right,
And there's a problem ki when we go for opening of a current account, they ask for some physical establishment in Maharashtra. In fact, all the banks asked for physical establishment.
right.
So in this case, how to resolve this issue?
Do we get GST?
GST number, Udyam Aadhaar, everything is there.
Yeah. So you have GST number, which can be used as a proof of office. If you can also take shop and establishment license, provided and if you're taking it on your residence place, provided you have an approval or you have a NOC from your society, you can take shop and establishment license with your residence address as well.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. And a few more questions. 50 or more female employee for crutch.
Yes.
So actually the question is, can you please elaborate, Meena ji, if you are there? the question?
Ma'am, I mean that we have more than 50 employees, but we have only 10 female employees. So is crush facility mandatory now in this case?
So Act does not say, it just says total number of employees. So
Oh,
what you can probably do is, if there is a crash nearby your office, you can probably have a tie-up with a crash close by, and as and when in case of need arises, you can take the facility.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
the next question, what is sandwich leave as per the Act after working 5 or 6 days, one weekly off, but
Mhm.
employee works less than 6 days, whether it is allowed?
So sandwich, bread
Yeah,
ऊपर है, bread नीचे है, ठीक है? So I have taken, say, if Sunday is an off,
yeah,
Saturday is working for me. If I'm a 6-day working company, Saturday I don't come to office. Sunday I'm absent. Monday I don't come to office. The sandwich is ready. Beach ka din bhi gaya.
right,
Simple. So that's a
right.
sandwich policy, and which is okay as per law.
This is okay as per law.
Yes,
Yeah,
as
it
long as you are either Saturday or Monday. If you're present any one of the day, वो sandwich open slice रह जाएगा, तो नहीं बनेगा.
correct.
So as long as it's first, and I'm just giving examples to remember, okay?
Yeah,
So
I
as
have
long as
seen some of the corporate employees facing this.
right, so which is absolutely fine.
Okay. What if we accumulate 60 days leave? Uh, that is again by Minaji, the same question.
If your company wants to limit it to 45 days, they can.
Okay. By Kishore Vaidya, the question is manager or supervisor works more than 48 hours a week, whether he gets overtime.
Technically, he should. However, in India, as a manager level पे overtime मांगा तो ego पे आ जाता है, so it's not being practiced a lot.
Okay, thank you so much. There we have the hand raised of Manoj ji. Would you unmute yourself? Please unmute yourself and ask the question. The last two questions, Manoj ji, and then we will have Santosh ji. And we will have the vote of thanks from CA Asha Sharma ji, who has joined us from Delhi for this session. Welcome you, ma'am.
Jigarji, are
Haan
you
ji.
able to hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I can
Manoj
hear
ji,
you.
please continue.
See, we are in a service providers. Now, if we have in our office 3 to say about 5, 6 employees, but for providing services to our clients, we may be employing manpower, say about 10, 15, or more than that also. What is the act applicable and for how many employees? What is technically and what is legally to be done?
So these employees, all these are your employees. The salary goes
On
from
the
your
muster,
account,
yes, because we are supposed to pay the salary and everything.
right? So technically, it's as good as, say, if I can put it as a sales office.
Mhm.
The person is working based out of one office and he's gone to sell a product outside. So for all practical purpose, he's your employee.
Yeah, practically, yes.
Yes. So he will be counted as your employee.
No, but
And
then on the shop and establishment form that we fill, we are
right.
supposed to mention that many employees, is it?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
And even
Okay.
as a contractor, in not the shop act, but even your employees will reflect as contractor in the shop act of the employees of your principal employer.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Uh, your employees will reflect as contractor employees in your principal employer shop and establishment license.
Okay, 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 okay,
Mhm.
okay.
So the next question from Santosh ji, please ask.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, sir.
Sir, in one of our warehouses, we have women employees uh, who have kids in the range of say 12 years, 14 years.
Right.
So, is it required to have a crèche? Because we don't have any female working in that premises who is going to have a baby or they don't intend to have a baby.
Total number of employees?
So total number of employees is around 150, and then we have around 35 to 40 female employees.
As per law, you're required to have the crash. Either have a crash or tie up.
Okay.
Hello.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yes.
Manoj ji, please continue.
Yeah, good. See, I just want to understand. Suppose if we have two offices on the same building,
Mm-hmm.
one is on the third floor, one is on the fifth floor. So, do
Right.
we need to take two different registrations of an establishment?
What you can do is while mentioning the address, you can mention, say, gala number 122, comma 132, and then put the same shop act license in both the places.
Okay, that will do. In that case, we don't need to ask.
Yeah, but then your address is covering, right? So I'm saying gala number
Yeah,
132, which is on
suppose
the first
it
floor.
is a
Yeah,
CV. One is 502, one is 301.
right. 301, comma 502. That's fine.
So we can do it that way.
Yes, but put it on
So
both
we
the
need to,
places.
and we need to amend the existing license.
So either is okay. So you can have two. So see, as for under the roof, so it's all part under the same building. So by virtue of that, it gets covered under a single license.
Okay. Then in that case, the employee head count we can combine.
Yes.
Like, okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The questions all are coming, all seems to be very important, but we have the time constraints. But then too, I'll take two, three more questions, sir, because I find that as the everyone has attended the session, so let us take those questions also. A CA practitioner in the year he had in the year 2022, he from this question is from Mr. Jitendra Jain.
Yeah, I see that in the chat.
Yeah,
In
so
2000 years, shop national license taken
yeah,
wrongly under Form A, the actual employee was nil. What can you can cancel it now? Apply Form J.
apply Form J.
Form J, and then take the take the Form FG.
Okay, would the act apply to proprietor employee working from a co-working space?
Yes, and your address would be the co-working space address.
Okay, quick questions we are going to take. What is the consequences if annual return is not filed for last 2 years?
It's okay. Just file it right now. It gives you an option of to just file it right now and finish it off. Whatever
Penalty,
is gone is gone.
anything,
Nothing as of now.
nothing is there. Who all are applicable for
Covered.
overtime?
This point
Is
is
there
covered
a
already.
salary limit? Okay. Is it okay to pay in cash for leave? Like you can go through the question.
No.
Cash leave 8 days and all that detail.
No. Firstly, no cash payment at all. Okay, CL 8 days, EL 18 days, everything 30 days, assuming. So see, no. This employee wants money, need of holidays, etc. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं चलेगा. Yes, if you wish, what you can do is at the end of the year, for all the leave which he has, which is not utilized, you may want to encash those leaves instead of lapsing it, but you cannot pay it off in cash.
Okay.
Absolutely no cash.
Okay, fine. So here we have taken up all the questions. Now I request Asha ji to please give the formal vote of thanks. And before that, I would like to share that on 9th of May, as I told, every Thursday we keep the free KBS knowledge booster sessions for 4 to 5:30. So on 9th May, we are coming up with a very important topic, that is GST refunds and the challenges faced by CA Sachin Jain from Mumbai, and he is going to guide us how you can get a quick GST refund. So stay tuned and do subscribe the WhatsApp channel, which I'm going to share here, because all the program details we will keep posting on our WhatsApp channel, as well as the recording of this session, as asked by many participants. Recording of this session, you can get it on our YouTube channel. You can go again and refer, and the slide wise PPT of the explanation and everything is available there. Now I request Asha ji to please give vote of thanks to our speaker and all the participants. And on behalf of me, I thank you all for joining here. Over to Asha ji.
Thank you, Deepti ji, for giving me this opportunity to give a formal vote of thanks for such a wonderful session. To start with, first of all, wonderful thank you to both the speakers today, Advocate Ramesh Soni ji and Advocate Jigar Soni ji. Literally, you did a brilliant job of explaining this nitty-gritty of Payment of Bonus Act and this Shop and Establishment Act. We can see a lot of questions and it was very interactive. You answered various questions, n number of questions. Actually, we can't count that number of questions were there. And then thanks to WIRC Chairman Ankit Rathi who spared his time from his busy schedule to address the session. And again, thanks to GyaanStation, who is doing a brilliant job of doing various programs and this knowledge booster session every week. So this was in association with the ITAT Ahmedabad, EMSME and MSME Bharat Manch. So thanks to the organizing team and the big thanks to all the audience.
Absolutely.
Because without audience, no program can succeed. So big thank you to each one of you who spared your valuable time for this session and making it interactive. And thank you, Deepti ji. You are really doing a great job. And we hope ki it will continue. I will request all the participants to subscribe to the GyaanStation YouTube channel. You will get all the updates and also also the recording of all the sessions. You can watch it again and again and learn all the things which you might have missed. So thanks each one of you. And again, congratulations for such a wonderful event. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Jigar. And
Thank you,
thank you,
Asha, for
Ramesh.
your time. Thank you so much,
Thank
Dipti, for organizing everything.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank
GyaanStation
you.
team. Thank you,
Thank you.
participants.
Thank you, everyone. Here we end our today's session. Next Thursday, again the same time. The topic is GST refund and the problems, issues faced, and how to get a quick refund. Thank you so much. Here we end our today's session. Take care of yourself. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.